from the Sun Belt, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Army Black Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Black Knights will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. The Wildcats offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smoothly.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. And it seems like every week defensive coordinators go in and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the hard way today. If they try to play him and match him up with linebackers and safeties, this dude makes defenses look silly.
Looking to throw, it's Adams. He'll try to do it himself. Runs through a tackle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So the Army Black Knights offense will go to work for the first time today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Might as well stick with him. Past the first down marker and still running. He's loose. He's at the... And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Army!
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more... Turning it on! Plows through the defense. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Rides the back and leaves it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Adams. Got his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Picked off, what a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. He'll pull it on the read. Got room on the return. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Wildcats line it up with a 1st and goal. Now on the option. The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Using the quick game. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Working that left side now. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires left. Tosses it incomplete. The Black Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. He now has 79 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. Brings into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. And the Black Knights are on the move. Got a man. It's Locker. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Find space on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the ground with the counter. Runs through the tackle. Got room to work. There he goes. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Jukes his way for more. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Adams. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Smith takes the handoff. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Give to the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He slides that just inside the right upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's a heat. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Finding an escape route. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Black Knights line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Johnson looking to throw. Under fire. Gets gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The play-action fake. Fires to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now on first down from the 40. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Black Knights! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Trying play action. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run to the left. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Right back to the well. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Johnson wants to throw it. He unleashes a long one. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down, now they're staring at 4th down. And the Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Wide receiver comes in motion. This is a designed run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And the Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Johnson looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. The screen, he's got wheels.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Now, you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week, he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And this one splits the uprights. Now up by 7 points here in the second. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
The Black Knights will have it 1st and 10.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Black Knights are marching down the field. Looking to throw, it's Boyd. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Gives it on the option. At the 20, he's got space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Here's the handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Army!
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
24, Kansas City.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Defense showing blitz here. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game, and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision.
It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. To the air, it's Boyd. Unloads it downfield. Snags it inside the 20. They get him down on the play, and this big-arm sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
It's a reverse. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
There's a lot of ways to run the football. You can do it conventionally, handing it off. You can do it with the QB run. How about getting the wide receiver involved, though, on the reverse? Perfectly executed. He's able to get to the outside. That's a really nice gain for the offense.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Floats it out in space. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Leaves it with the running back. And he's dragged down.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Pollock.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Black Knights. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Ellison. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Back to throw. It's Adams. Finds his big tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd. The give on the option. Makes one man miss. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the ground, he's got it again. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Another incompletion on 3rd down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Handoff to the lone back. Spins away from the defender. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pickup of 5 to the 19. And now on 2nd down for this offense. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Boyd. Gets it out quickly. He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
The Black Knights have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Army! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Kansas State offense. Onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. Powers through. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Dropping back, it's Adams. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Black Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Black Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Trying to beat them to the edge with the jet sweep. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got them on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
They'll run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Black Knights will punt it away on fourth down. And just a spectacular punt. It'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.